What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? Here we are back with another reaction video. Just clicked on my YouTube and saw the one and only pop up with a new video, so we're going to go ahead and react to the video, showing some love and support to Marcus. If you watch my channel, chances are you know Marcus from Dixon's Pickins. If not, original video will be below. Make sure you click on it. Make sure you sub to his channel, please. I appreciate it. And away we go. Hey, it's early, and I got my frozen Coke, so I'm ready to go. Let's go.
All right, guys, we got 19 going out on eBay for $438, and then I have 2 on Poshmark, a Biore shirt and a Carhartt hoodie. So let's get to talking about these orders, guys. Now, before I jump into the orders, I just want to let you guys know that I had a prior engagement yesterday. That's why there was no video. I had to travel for a friend's funeral, so my apologies on the missing the upload yesterday. But how are sales going for you guys? Are you seeing the results that you want? We are in Q4. Let me show you guys the numbers. Let me give you guys an update on how.
Sorry about your friend, man. That sucks. Again, with this video, Marcus expanding. I remember watching his videos when he was working out of storage units and what have you. So to see him in a nice big room now, it's cool to see.
Oh, that's going real quick. Okay, so right now for the 31-day total, we're at 22,384. For the 31-day total, we're at 9,800. For the last 7 days, we're at 2,100. And for today so far, we're at 171.
If you don't know, he quit eBay for a little bit, not putting much effort into it, I should say, and tried out Whatnot. Did Whatnot for a while. Tried to get into the volume game and stuff, and I think he just realized, hopefully I'm not putting words in his mouth. It seemed like he realized that, you definitely get more per item off of eBay, and to keep up with the volume game, it's tough. I would probably have a hard time keeping up with Whatnot with the amount of items I have. So, and then the little value that you get out of them, it can be rough.
So what I'm trying to do, as you guys know, is trying to get the 50K 90-day total, and I'm trying to get my 7-day total back between $4,000 and $5,000. This isn't where I'm going to like stop listing at. Like, this isn't the end goal, right? This is just the next goal, right? You got to set goals in your business if you want to push yourself. If you don't set a business goal, you will not strive. You will not force yourself. You will not do the hard things, right? Because you've got nothing to measure your success on.
That's what I say a lot. You have to put a notebook right in front of you. Every day, write down how many you list, make up a goal, how many you want to list, whether that's volume-wise or dollar-wise, and just keep a list right there in front of your face, because if it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and it's very easy to get sidetracked in today's world, social media world.
So if you just say, hey, I'm just going to get up today and I'm going to do eBay, I don't have a schedule, I don't have any end goal in mind, I'm just going to list whatever I feel like it. I'll probably scroll on social media a little bit. I'll stop and go get some food. I'll probably watch Netflix. Then I'll do a couple more listings. You're not going to get very much done. That is not a productive way.
Ding, 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 ding.
To spend your day. If you don't schedule your work day, if you don't take eBay seriously like a real job, you will not succeed at it like a real job. So if you're super chill, which, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being a chill guy, but when you're trying to make money, chill doesn't pay the bills. So you got to set a goal, right? So my goal is 50K. Once I get there, I'll set the bar higher, probably move it up to 75K. I've never had a 75K 90-day total. So I'll have to figure out what I can do to get myself to 75K. I don't know if 20 a day.
I'm digging the new instant hot water heater. If you don't have an instant hot water heater, definitely invest in one. You never run out of hot water. We have 4 people in the house. We can run 2 baths and the laundry at the same time and still all have hot water. Love my instant hot.
Is going to get me to 75K, right? There's a lot of things that go into play. Do I have enough high dollar ticket items being listed at 20 a day for that to be possible? And in order for that to be possible, I'd have to be listing several $100 items a day at least, right? What I mean by several, I mean is at least like 10 $100 items a day. So that way I can make up for the items that do sell for 15 or 10 or 20, 25. If I have several $100 items in a day selling, right, or at least in a week, I can more comfortably reach that 90-day total of 75K. So in my experience, when I've done 55, I think is around the highest that I've ever gotten. Most of my sales, the majority of my sales will be about $10 to $15, but I've got to raise that to about $35, 40 between $30 and $40 minimum for a 75K 90-day total to be a reality. Now, first up, we're going to start off with the Poshmark sales because that's what's open on my phone. I got a Viore shirt listed it for 25 bucks a couple days ago, and it sold for 20 bucks. That was 26,365. 26,365. I said a couple days ago, but I meant like a couple of weeks ago. 26,365. And if you guys want to try this inventory system out, it's pretty easy. You could store thousands of items in a small space. All the links for every product is in my description. That's sold for 20 bucks. And then I got a Carhartt hoodie with stains on it. A women's Carhartt hoodie that sold for a best offer of 8 bucks because it's stained. 26,493. 26,493. That's going to be up there. It's this one right here. Super easy to pull your items in this inventory system, guys. So it's also that time of year, guys, to where you need to be thinking about your taxes. You need to be thinking about your bookkeeping. And if you guys want to
Not me.
keep track of all your expenses in one place, cost of goods calculator, a mileage tracker, several different streams of income tracker, like you can track, I think, up to 8 streams of income, all in one spreadsheet, all in one workbook, all in one document. There's a link in the description for Simplified Accounting with Cheryl, her workbook that I use. You guys can use it. You can hit the link down below in the description, and it's good for a lifetime. You pay one price each year at the beginning of the year when tax season starts over. You'll get another workbook, and you start fresh every year, brand new. I do all of my accounting for months on end in one day in just about an hour. So right now, I haven't done any of my bookkeeping for the month. I can do it all within just a couple of minutes because it's that easy to use. So check that link out. There's several other products.
If you like that, that'll be on his video. So you have to click his link below, and then you can look at his video to check that out if you want to check that out. I personally just pay somebody and give them my passwords, and they take care of everything, so I don't have to deal with it. I know my numbers because I pay attention, and like I just did my numbers today to make sure I'm still have to make a certain amount per day to pay all the bills. So I did all that today on me. So I still know that I'm only need to put 240 in the bank to break even, to pay payroll, bills, and what have you. So yeah, but if you're not that, you can do it yourself and through companies that he's talking with, or I pay somebody. They're changing the price. So it's probably going to be about $200 a month, just to come in and take the stuff from my accounts and put it in QuickBooks, and they deal with it, give me a profit and loss statement, and be done.
If you don't want to use the workbook, you can buy the cost of goods calculator. If you don't want to do that, there's a budget tracker to where it helps you keep a budget and stay on budget. So many things, guys, that are available for you in that link down below. I've been using this workbook for going on 4 years now. So obviously I wouldn't be talking about something that I don't stand behind. Now these items, some of these items, I'm really surprised that I've even sold these for the price that I did. Like this one, it's a Pitbull, like the singer, pop star Pitbull. Sold this shirt for $14.58. That is a men's medium. Like Do people still listen to Pitbull? We got this St. Louis Blues hoodie. This sold for $8.75. I
Blues.
would have thought this would have sold for more than a Pitbull shirt. This is a Dos Equis
Yeah, I just sold one of
beer
those.
shirt. This sold for $9.72, so not a great price, and it did take a long time to sell. 14135
Mine
is a
took like
very,
two
very
days.
old number. All these items are
It
all
might have been a little bit more than 2 days.
old, by the way. This is a Kansas City shirt, not a Kansas City Chiefs, but just a Kansas City with like leopard print on it. It does have like this blue mark on there, so it's got a couple of those on there. So it's probably why it took a little while to sell. This sold for 13.11 as an adult and medium, and this is a Gap hoodie, size small, men's small, so for 18.36. The Gap hoodies with the Gap logo like that do sell frequently enough for me. I'm not going to recommend that you go out and like load your store up with them, but if you find one or two out in the wild, pick them up. They do sell for 18 to 25 bucks depending on if it's vintage or not. Now, in accordance to goal setting, right? With it getting close to the end of the year, obviously this is Q4. We're all trying.
Speaking of goal setting, I talk about how you should find another seller to try to catch up to competition. Use that human nature of competition and try to get up. So I should use Marcus's store to try to get to with my clothing store since I have two stores now, which I just upgraded to an anchor store on it. So I've got two anchor stores now. So I got a little bit higher monthly fee. So I got to really just start digging in and getting some stuff listed into that store. So maybe I'll use Marcus's store as the my measuring point to try to get to.
Trying to max out our numbers for the end of the year, like what we've made versus gross and things like that. I think it's good to be mindful of this all year long. Don't just wait till Q4 to start putting things in hyper speed, right? And what I mean by hyper speed is I don't mean like breaking your machine, right? But what I'm saying is
Mhm.
don't wait to the end of the year to try to like, oh, I'm not close to my goals. I've got to start cranking it up now. Like have markers throughout the year. Uh,
See, that's a good point. Go hard all year. Like me in December, I kind of just cruise in December. I try to get some of the current stuff up that might sell now, like new toys or some Christmas items. But for the most part, I use December as okay. What do I want to do? What do I want to change physically in my office or in my entertainment or my storage system or what have you, and just kind of meal about and just do so because I went hard all year, so I kind of use that as my breathing point come December. So yeah, definitely don't. If you try to go hard late, you've already missed the boat.
um, maybe every month, check and see how close you are to being on pace to reaching your goal, right? So, like for me, for instance, this is why I keep you guys updated on a video to video basis of what my numbers are. So at least that way you guys know what type of progress I'm making as I, document it for you guys to see, if you can do, if I can do it, you can do it. Trust me, I'm not anything special. I'm not doing anything extreme. I'm only listing 20 a day. So that's why I keep you guys documented. It's also for me. It's a journal for me. This is documenting my whole entire reselling career, all on camera. When I stop doing reselling, I'll stop making videos, right? Because this has all been a documentation. So, what are you guys' goals? What are you doing to track your goals? What are you doing to keep yourself accountable to achieve those goals? If you're not checking your progress, you're just listing, trying to get your way to success. If you don't have any indicators of whether you're on track or not, you're not going to reach your goals. So, for me, these videos are a way, but for you, maybe you could just track your videos once, not your videos. You could track your progress once a month. Check and see if you're close to, if you got a 10K a day or a 10K a month goal, and it's like halfway through the month and you're only at 2K in sales. You really got to be rethinking something. Maybe you got to get aggressive with sales. Maybe you got to get aggressive with accepting and sending offers. Maybe you got to find different items in what you're listing. If you're listing lower dollar items, Start listing higher dollar items with a higher sell through. There is a way where you can list your way into success, but it takes intentionality. It takes much discipline. You got to be super strict with the items that you're listing. And yes, sell through is not, the end all be all. You can
And one thing I always talk about too is systems. Make sure you have a system when you're listing, when you're filing, when you're pulling, because it's going to save you a lot of time where you can put more time into other things of your business and or list more, and makes things a lot smoother and you make more money. So that's another little aspect to throw in there.
can list an item with 100% sell through and it still not sell within those 3 months. You need to be trying to find items with the metrics that means like a 300% sell through. That means it might sell that month, but you can still find those items and list it incorrectly. Put it in the wrong category, give it a really crappy title, take blurry photos, overprice it. These things will stop your item from selling in the desired time frame. And that's something that I've said plenty of times before, but I think it can stand me to repeat myself again on that. Don't keep doing something that's not worth doing. If you're buying items, you're paying $5 for an item, but you're selling it for $6, it's not worth it. You're not making a profit. You're losing money. Unless you're like overcharging on your shipping, then that's the only way you're going to be profitable on it.
I go by the rule of 10 times my money. I like to 10 times my money. That way, 50% profit. So you're 5 times in your actual money, putting it in your pocket. That's kind of the way I like to live. And that's why I kind of go for a lot of the stuff that um, is cheap and easy to get. So I can 10 times plus my money.
But even that means that you have to sell hundreds of items. That's a grind for that to be any type of sustainable business model. So obviously you don't want to do a bunch of that. Just pick the best items, guys. Literally, I really can't stress it enough.
See, we got two worlds here, and that's what I love about reselling. There's so many different ways of doing it. He says, get the best items, get the best items. And you watch my videos, and I get the lowest items. So you can do it any way you want to do it. It's just got you, like he talks about, you got to be disciplined with what you're doing. And with what I say, you got to have a system. You put all that together, you can achieve whichever or a combination of whatever goals you want. So
this is an American Eagle waffle knit shirt. This sold for $9. It's a men's extra large. Not really something that's great or worth picking up. Under Armour sweatpants. Now these I accepted because they're stained and they have like a high school logo on them. So I accepted the offer of $9 on that. That's a men's 2XL. Adriana Goldschmidt jeans. These still sell fairly okay. These are women's skinny, super skinny at that. So not really something that I recommend picking up. These sold for 16.20. They sold in about 3 weeks. So it is a small size too. It's a 29R. This is a Nike hoodie, full zip, Nike ThermaFit hoodie. I took a best offer of $15 on this to just get the ball rolling on some sales. That's a large. I also took a best offer on this Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. This is a 3XLT, and I took a best offer of $18 on that one. So now you've set your goals. You've been tracking your goals and making sure that you are reaching your goals. So what happens if you're not, right? Either there's something that you're doing that's not working, something in the inventory you're trying to sell isn't working. You can't get enough inventory to keep the sales coming in or keep the listings going up to keep the sales going in. So now what do? Do you stay married to something that isn't working? No, you don't. You pivot. You figure out what it is in your business that isn't working. So for me, the bins used to be my biggest source of inventory, right? It was working. I would find all types of crazy stuff in there. But over the years of me making videos about the bins in my area, other people making videos about the bins in my area, people moving to the bins in my area, people traveling far and wide because they saw videos. You wouldn't even believe how many times I go to the bins
crazy.
and I meet people that watch my content. You wouldn't believe how many times I go to the bins and someone has traveled from out of state because of my content and they've seen me there. They're like, I've come to these bins because I watched your videos. With that happening, with management pulling good items out of the bins and putting them up online, it's just not been the greatest of places to.
Preach it all the time. You've got to keep an open mind. be able to pivot. And that's the one downfall about doing videos is you're going to have a lot of people who want to emulate what you're doing, and they will some will copy it perfectly just to try to do something. Uh, but like I said, you've got to be very confident in your reselling business to put out content on video, because you've got to have the ability to stay one step ahead of everybody else. So
Solely source all my inventory from? Is it a great supplement? Yes. Is it great to go there and get items from? Yes. But I used to go from 300 items in a day to down to 20 in a day now. It's really not the best place for me to only get my items from. So that's something that needs to be said too. Don't be stuck to only one source of inventory. The Goodwill outlet is not your business partner. They are not your source. They are your competition. So if you're counting on them, you're doing yourself a disservice, because one of these days they're going to change something. A new manager is going to come along. Somebody's going to come in. They're going to do different ways of doing business there. Maybe
since I've been doing the bins since they opened downtown many years ago, they've changed so many ways. I mean, we used to be able to get the greatest stuff there. We could literally find cash, gold, unlimited, whatever we wanted. We could pay a worker to bring us out stuff. It's in the corner on the left one on the second bin. Make sure you're standing there. Um, what, you want some media? I'll get you some media. Out rolls 3 totes of media. Boom, boom, fill up 2-3 carts of media. Of course, that didn't last forever, and you take advantage of the situations when they appear, but never think that they're going to last forever.
the donations dry up in your area for a couple of months. Maybe it gets cold out. Maybe the things that you were sourcing, t-shirts and things like that, aren't profitable. So you got to pivot, guys. You got to be able to find out what items in your store are going to sell well for you. I do really great with winter, fall, and spring clothing. Long sleeves, pants, jeans, hoodies, jackets. T-shirts don't do all that great in high dollar, right? Unless you're getting vintage bangers or super trendy t-shirts, right? And even for that to be the successful business model, you got to do hundreds and hundreds of t-shirt sales in a year. T-shirts are still my number one category for the year, but all the t-shirts that you saw me talk about today were all under 20 bucks, right? So that's a long grind. That's a lot of t-shirts that need to get listed for me to be like very profitable in the t-shirt category year over year, right? Never has any other category been more profitable for me than t-shirts, but never has my t-shirt category sold for an ASP of over 20 bucks.
That being said, too, that's almost kind of like using the both worlds. You find the high dollar long sleeves, hoodies, and such, and you use your t-shirts as a foundation item for something that you can get out there, get for cheap. And if you can perfect your system on listing shirts so that they're done in like under a minute, then you could add that volume level on top of your high dollar level. So you can always mix and match different ways of doing business in order to create your own and what works for you.
My t-shirt category sells 10 to 12 bucks on average, right? So that's a grind. Pick items that are going to be the best bang for your buck for you. If you find out that you're in the wrong category, switch. I saw James Helferstate did a reaction video of a guy that used to do electronics. Electronics were great. Now they dried up on this guy. So now he does clothing, right? But building a clothing business is a lot of competition. It's difficult, guys. I sell clothing, only clothing, and it's very, very challenging to get the same results now that I was getting when I first got into the game.
Yep.
It's a different day and age. And in order for me to stay successful year over year, I'm going to have to stay ahead of the competition. I'm going to have to stay on top of my trends. I'm going to have to stay sourcing the best items that I can. That's the only way you're going to be able to survive. Let me show you guys these last few items. All right, guys. So these are the last 3 items. We got
I love Marcus. Marcus is a great person. Make sure, if you are not subscribed to his channel, you best get. This is the only, probably the only, well, maybe one of few people I'll say, get your ass over there and subscribe to his channel if you are not.
Carhartt pair of shorts. These are a men's 40, sold for a best offer of $14. These are vintage Levi's 505. These sold for $24. Those are 32, 34. And then this is an Eddie Bauer cardigan sweater. This is one of the few items that I had, that I have listed in my store for about $2. This sold on a 20 or something percent off offer, for $1.46. And that is a men's large, right? So stop doing what isn't working. Track your progress, set goals, and go after them. If you're not doing these things, you're not going to be able to see the success that you're looking for, and you might actually fail. You will not succeed without these steps being taken. Hopefully, this was helpful or informative. That's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.
Bag this cash. I like that. All right. Yes, make sure you're subscribed to Marcus. Check out all of his content and what have you. And he said it all. I really can't. I have nothing to add. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel. If you have any recommendations for reaction videos, hit them below in the comments. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later.